Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you how to make a white Spartak cake. It's a layered cake which is very delicious. And for the dough ingredients, we'll need 1 egg at room temperature, 1 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of butter at room temperature, 6 tablespoons of warm milk, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 cups of flour, pastry flour. And for the cream, we will need 2 sticks of butter at room temperature, 1.5 cans of sweetened condensed milk, 1 cup of cream cheese at room temperature, and 1 cup of heavy cream with 1.5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And let's get started. So first we're going to beat the egg and the sugar together on medium for about 6 minutes. Alright, so now we're going to add in our warm milk and our butter and our baking soda. And now let's mix this for about a minute or until it's smooth on medium. So here we are, we're all done. Now we're going to do a water bath. So I'm boiling some water, and when it starts boiling, I'm going to add this glass over, and we're going to pour our ingredients in this bowl. For the water bath, you'll need this wooden spoon just to mix. It's just easier. And make sure you have your sifted flour next to you, because you will not be able to leave the stove for 10 minutes, and then you'll need to put in the flour right away. So you want to prepare your flour and put it next to you. And as this started to boil, I'm just going to turn it down just a bit. That way it can stay like that. That way it doesn't touch the end of my glass. I'm going to place this, and I'm going to pour the mixture in here. Make sure you get everything. And now we're just going to mix and mix and mix with our wooden spoon for 10 minutes without stopping. So just want to mix and mix and mix non-stop. And then once 10 minutes passed, you're going to need to throw in the flour right away, just so you know ahead of time. So this has been cooking for 10 minutes. So now we're going to take it off heat and add in the flour. Turn off the stove. This is hot, so careful. Okay, I'm going to need that. So here we are. Let's add in the flour. And just mix it in till it's all combined. Mix it really good, and mix it kind of fast, that way while the dough is still hot. So and here we are with our dough. Just put it in a circle, like combine it together, and we're just gonna let this cool off in order to work with our hands, so it won't be too hot for our hands. So as this cooled off, it's still warm. Just flour your surface, and we're just gonna pour this out on here. As you can see, became more like dough, sticky dough. It will be sticky, that's why well floured. Flour your what is this called? Your board. There you go. Flour your board, and let's add this. Seriously, forgetting words here. Like so, and you can sprinkle some on top and just kind of like work it in. So the dough should not be sticky, so add how much flour you need, but just don't overdo it, just so it can be easy to work with hands. So, and then let's just shape it up so we can slice it. So here's what it looks like. It doesn't stick on hands anymore. So I used maybe about a good 2 cups of flour, but use enough so it could be like this, you know, doesn't stick. So yeah, now let's just slice it into slick slices. So here we are. So now we're just gonna use one piece and start rolling it out. So you want to flour the surface and add the dough. Actually, remember this technique. This is much better. That way, I'm gonna bake it on this 10-inch springform, just the bottom, and I'm just gonna roll it out here thinly and slice out the edges. That way, it's gonna come out in perfect circles. And you guys, this is the recommended version of doing it. Okay, so let's start rolling out. So I rolled it out using a rolling pin, and you can use your hands to kind of like, you know, fix some spots up. So now we're going to use a knife. We're just going to slice around. But these scraps we're going to keep, so don't throw them out. So here's the perfect slice of the cake that's going to be. And I put the scraps on a separate baking sheet. I'm just going to collect from all the cakes before I bake it. So we're going to bake this at 350 Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes. Make sure you don't burn it, so just keep an eye on it. So now that it has baked, we're just going to grab a knife and go all the way around to unstick it. And then we'll place it on the foil until it cools. Then we'll transfer it to this one, top on each other after it cools. So yeah, and then for this, you see all those things that stick? You just want to wipe it off before putting the next layer on. You can even use like a towel or paper towel just to wipe it off. And so let's continue doing the rest. So let's start doing the cream. We're going to put in to whisk our heavy cream and our powdered sugar. So we're going to whisk it on low first. Once it's combined, we're going to turn that on high, and we're going to beat until it's stiff. So till about this, and now we're going to transfer this to a bowl. So now we're going to refrigerate until we're going to use it. So you don't need to wash the bowl because we're going to put the stuff in this cream anyway. So we're going to put in our condensed milk and our butter, and we're just going to beat this on medium for about 7 minutes until it's well combined. So now that this has been doing for 7 minutes, we're just going to turn it back on low, and we're going to add our cream cheese like little by little. Just going to throw it in. Just combine until it's all smooth. So as you can see, it's now stiff and smooth. So now we're gonna add our heavy cream, and we're gonna add it in here. And now we're just gonna fold everything together with the whipped cream to get nice cream. And so here's our cream. So if you're still baking or if you're already done, then you can start layering now. But if you're still baking your cakes, you can cover with food plastic wrap and refrigerate until you're ready to use it. Okay, so I'm gonna start layering the cake. So I grabbed one of the layers, and we're just gonna put a good amount of 2 to 3. Probably I'll use 3, and just spread it all around until it's even. So once you layered it, now we're gonna put the next one on top. And it's okay if you make a little spots there, because we're just gonna wipe it down and it'll be all good. So here's our second. Make sure you kind of press it down, that way it can touch all those tiny holes, and if there is any on the bottom, just kind of press it down firmly. And let's add another cream, 3 tablespoons or so, and so on. So let's just continue all the way onto the top. So now doing my top layer, as you can see, this looks so good. Okay, so now let's finish up with the top layer, and make sure after you bake your, I'll show you what it is. After you bake these scraps, all I have to do is just roll it with the rolling pin, and then we'll go from there. So you can prepare that. So here I put the cream over. It's not too perfect, but you don't have to, because we're gonna cover with the crumbs. So I crushed the crumbs, so now we will place in here. And that way we're gonna have even crumbs. So now we'll just sprinkle. That way it's gonna be even. So just sprinkle even on top and on the sides. And just continue. And then after you're gonna end up with these large clumps, just roll it out again and continue doing. So here we have it. It's kind of hard to do on the sides, but do the best you can. And just let's wipe off the ends to make this cake look beautiful. So here you have it, the Spartak cake. You guys enjoy as I will. It took a while to make this, but hey, it's worth it after you try all your hard work. Okay guys, enjoy, subscribe for more videos, and I'll be posting, and comment if you tried making this, let me know. Till next time, guys, have fun.